let's first start with Miss Bailey. Miss Bailey, just answer me these questions. Do you have a written lease with Miss Jackson?
No, I don't.
Okay, no written lease with Miss Jackson.
Well, when I allowed her to come, she was in a situation where she was pregnant.
Well, hold on. I know everybody likes to tell me a lot of backstory, and I know there's a lot of story. I just want to have you answer me these questions. This will help me a lot. All right.
Okay.
One, do you don't have a written lease? Do you have an oral agreement for her to stay at the property?
I did, but for years I've been trying to evict her.
All right, okay. Let me just break this down so I don't miss nothing. So you had an oral agreement, okay. And when did that oral agreement start?
It started, I think it was 2016, when she was pregnant for the twins.
Okay.
I was living in the house. Yeah.
Wait, don't unmute, Miss Jackson. I see you're desiring to say something. Let me ask you, do you guys have a family relationship?
It's very strange. No.
Yes, that's my mom.
Okay, this stop.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, folks. It makes it easier for me to make sure that I understand what's going on. Okay.
Okay.
Just hold tight. All right. So she's been staying there 2016. Okay, cool. Did she have a specific amount that she was to pay you every month?
Okay. In the beginning, it was $600, and it was just her while she was pregnant, and then after she had the babies.
Yeah.
And then once she allowed Jason to move in, that's when I tried to raise the rent. And well, she just stopped paying altogether.
And when was that?
Okay. 6
Better
years
yet,
ago. 6 years ago.
Oh wait, when's the last time she paid?
About 6 years ago. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's okay. All right. Then let's continue. So it's been 6 years since she's paid rent. Have you ever given her a letter since then saying, hey, I need you to pay this rent amount, right? Within 60 days, starting in 60 days, or you need to get out?
Yes, I had talked to her, and I had
given her a written letter. I ain't talking about talking. People do a lot of talking, but people don't like to write things down. I don't know why. I do know why. It takes more time and effort. And did you ever write her a letter saying, hey, I know you ain't paid rent for 60 days, but I want to reiterate to you that you need to be paying me this rent amount a month, and you won't be doing that. I'm gonna either have to tell you that you need to vacate, or I'm gonna file an eviction action. Anything like that?
I did it in text, by texting her and stuff, but not on paper.
Okay. I do see that you gave her a 3-day demand letter. And I saw that was produced here. Let me pull it back up here. This letter was to have been given on November 29th, 2025. And the amounts that you allege that she owes are a total of, how you never told me how much that month. You said was 600, but on here it says she owes for 2 months of October and November of 2,700. When did you start? What is that monthly rent amount that you said went up once Jason moved in?
Yeah, once Jason had moved in, that's when I went up on the rent.
Okay, and how much was that?
I had said 1,200.
1,200. Was there an agreed late fee?
No.
Okay. And when did you tell them after the 6 years? Let me ask this. When did Jason move in?
It was like 6 years ago when she became pregnant, or 7 years ago when she became pregnant.
He's been there that long too? Yes,
and I've been trying to get them out.
And they won't go?
No, they won't go.
All right. I think I understand the thing. So when you gave her this 3-day demand letter on the 29th, you still hadn't gotten any money at all.
Right.
And you hadn't gotten any money 6 years before.
Right.
All right. I'm going to briefly talk to Ms. Jackson. Okay. Just hold. Ms. Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a written agreement to rent this property from your mama?
No, sir. The property was handed down to
Hold on.
my.
I don't want to get into the handed down thing.
Okay.
A lot more superior courty. We don't.
We've already been to Superior Court on this matter.
Okay, fine. But
Yeah.
we're here now, so I want to just ask these other questions.
Okay.
When's the last time you gave her some money?
It's been about 6, maybe 7 years.
Okay.
And
hold on.
Go ahead.
7 years. And when you gave her money, how much was that a month, if it was a monthly thing?
I think I was giving her like $600 a month.
Okay. Did she ever tell you that it was gonna change to $1,200?
No.
Okay. All right.
Do you want to know the reason why I stopped paying?
Oh, well, I mean, 6 years ago, sure. Why not?
Because she ended up going down to the courts trying to file a restraining order stating that she lived in the property and that me and her were not getting along. And so she filed a restraining order and they came and removed me from the property and I had to get an Airbnb for 2 weeks. She then broke into the house, changed all the locks. And then when we went to Superior Court, they told her that she could not charge me rent to a home that I own, that I have partial ownership in.
That could very well be true. I don't know anything about that, but I am going to tell you this, guys. This is the part that I do know. I do know that Ms. Bailey.
And I like to say, I never received a written agreement on November. Well, I never received that letter.
Not a written agreement. It's a 3-day demand letter.
Yeah, so, I never received that.
Okay. All right. She says she posted it on the door, but that's not really the main thing, Ms. Bailey. Ms. Bailey, you did send a 3-day demand, but I never think that you had a meeting of the minds on the terms in which you're claiming that she violated. And that at least would have needed you to give her a 60-day letter since she hadn't paid in 6 years. Surely you didn't believe that you guys were operating under the same terms you had 6 years prior. And now all of a sudden you found the need to say that pay me this money or now vacate when you've given her no prior notice of the desire for you to re-enter into terms that you had prior. And she's saying, Ms. Jackson, that you never gave her any written notice about the money's even changing to $1,200 during that 6-year period. Is that the case, Ms. Bailey?
No.
Okay.
No.
You told me the only notice you gave her
was evicted. She was evicted. The sheriff department came over to the house and evicted her. I didn't break in my house. Was that because of the restrict?
Listen, I don't care about any of that. That's not relevant to me. You know what is relevant to me? Does she own a portion of the house based upon any type of situation from an estate or something of that nature?
She doesn't own part of the estate. Do you have the will? The copy of the will?
Listen, again, I'm not going to get into that. I'm just asking, was she like does she have a tenancy in common with anybody associated with this property? If she does, then it wouldn't be appropriate for us to proceed anyway. But more importantly, if you don't give her a 60-day notice, even still, you can't just evict I tell people this all the time. You can't evict your child at whim and say, hey, you know what? I don't like what you're doing now. I want you to go and not give them no prior notice. A 3-day demand letter ain't going to work if for 6 years you haven't been operating under any type of lease. You would have had to give her at least 60-day notice to tell her, hey, this is what we're going to do. I would have told somebody to do that if they've been living there only 6 months. And, and if you've been letting her not pay for 6 years, it might not have been top on your mind. Because that's what is that? 62 months. No, I'm sorry, not 60, 72 months. So I'm going to dismiss the case for improper notice. I do want you guys to get it right and get it figured out, whatever that may need to be. But if there's an issue of a tenancy or joint or she has that may be out of the jurisdiction of my court, okay, if that's an issue. But since I do view that there was not a proper notice given before you were to assert your rights to try to have her dispossessed, I think it's right for us to have the matter dismissed. Okay. So
can I ask a question?
Uh-huh.
Can I ask a question?
You sure can.
if just going forward so that we wouldn't be going through this like over and over again, because we have already went to Superior Court in reference to this case, and the will was submitted to the judge, and she has already been informed that, one, she cannot charge me rent since my name was placed on the will, and two, she cannot evict me from the home because like I've been living here for the last 8 years.
Well, I don't know about all of that because I haven't seen the will. I don't know if it's been probated, and I don't know all of that. I'm just telling you as of today, from what I've been told, this is the
Okay.
reason why I'm going to dismiss. I can't tell you about other facts in which are not before me, and I don't have any information.
Okay.
But based on what I heard today, that's the reason why the case is being dismissed. If there are other facts that, again, are more Superior Court, then that might be something you guys need to take back up or go back and speak with the probate court about the will, all right? But that's going to be my order. Yes, Ms. Bailey, last statement.
Yes. Okay, I submitted a few things to you before the court. Did you get any of it?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at with the 3-day letter and everything like that. I saw that you submitted the following. You submitted a 3-day notice, some bad check security deposit, LaShawn, and a
No.
No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong one. No.
Yeah. I submitted the will, the marriage license, the
Well,
death license.
but see, I'm not the Superior Court. Those things are not for me to consider, right? And as I mentioned to you earlier, those things are not before me. What's before me is that you had someone living with you for 6 years. You were collecting some rent, but then ultimately changed your position and didn't collect for 6 years, and then failed to give her any notice that you were reasserting or even making new requirements associated with your previous agreement that you had 6 years ago. And if there's a probate issue, which is what you're telling me, that there's a probate issue, right? Then that again would be outside of my authority. I can't rule on whether or not a will has been probated. Now, if you've got a percentage of the property or you've got some type of order, right, or judgment, I can do that. Otherwise, I can't. You know, the will in itself is not something for me to fully consider. If you've got an order from a Superior Court saying otherwise, that's different. So I don't see no order in the documents you sent me.
Okay. And I wasn't living with her, but I don't know
Are
how
y'all
that
living
came.
together now?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, well, listen, as I told you before, if you want to assert and allege that you are her landlord and you want to make her pay rent, you got to give her proper notice to do so, especially since you haven't demanded rent directly before, okay? And you're now demanding new amounts that you didn't apparently have any clear agreement on before, all right? So that's the reason why I'm going to dismiss it. I hope and pray that you guys get it right, particularly with family. I hate it when they feud, but I'm sure you'll get it figured out. But I'm going to let you guys go this evening, okay?
All right.
All right. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
So do we leave after it's done?
You guys are free to go, yes.